Hello, hello. Welcome back to the north. We're doing a water change today. I don't. This camera kind of got to hold it, so what I'm going to do is just use it for the mic. We're going to use it for the mic. I hope the audio is going to be good. Got to bring my tablet over here. It should work out. Should work out nicely. It should work out fairly well. I'm going to We're going to just get the chat up and running here on the tablet real quick, and then we'll get the equipment going, and we'll get the show on the road. This water's about 5 days old right now, and it's time for a change. The filters don't need to be done. They're still good. And I won't be gravel vacuuming this time because it'll almost be useless. I do that every filters and gravel every second water change. If you were curious, clicking on the live stream now. Now we're going to do an audio check. No one's here yet. Again, I'm on schedule. Okay, so you can hear me. That's good. So we'll turn down my bubbler so it's quieter. And looks like I've got the drain hose downstairs, so I have to go get that as well. The last tank we did was the 450 setup, and it's still sitting down there. So we'll bring that up right now, and we're going to get ready to drain, shut down all the filters, and get some fresh water in there. Okay. Got my bucket, drain hose. I even brought out this bad boy so I can just clean the front glass. I'm going to do that right now. It's a little bit slimy. I want to take the hood off, so I'll just use this. We're just going to give the glass a little rub because it's getting a little bio slime. So bio slime's good. It's nothing wrong with it. It just it's not very sightly. It starts to smoke up the appearance on the camera. So we don't want that. We don't really get what we're supposed to get. See, look, I'll wash it off this camera. I think she can get a little better if I can reach it. There we go. Clean things up for you guys. And improve the view there. Just gonna do this real quick. Give it kind of a little half-ass job. And just keep the picture clean and clear. For later recordings, like tomorrow morning when it's going to look amazing, even though it looks amazing right now. Okay. Enough of that. Let's get that pump in there, shut these systems down, get this water change underway. In goes the pump. I like to take them right down to fin height when I drain my water. Clip fell off. There we go. Okay, now I gotta bring this hose to the drain point, which is in my bathroom. There we go. Do nicely. No pinches in the hose. Good. Off goes the heaters. Most important thing first. And then down go the filters. Should be okay. 1, 2 filters are down. I'm gonna let the sump's actually pretty full, so we'll just start draining now instead of letting it backfill. And there we go. Drain's on the way. Yeah, that's all solid, no problems. This really doesn't take very long. Let's give them some North Fin Krill Flake. Haven't had that yet today. We gotta give them a little Krill Flake. Show you how relaxed they are despite the water change. Didn't really sink into the water very well because there's no flow right now. Put a little bit more. There we go. A little entertainment while we watch the water drain out. Now we're going to follow that up with a little bit of bloodworm, just a small piece. normally give them blood work when I'm done, so they might get a bit confused, but it shows them nothing's wrong. And as you can see, they don't think anything's wrong because they're not hiding. This is a very disruptive thing, a water change, but my fish know that it means things are getting better. This is how healthy discus behave. They don't hide. They eat no matter what. We've already drained almost 20%. This doesn't take long. For those who don't already know, the pump I'm using does 840 gallons per hour. This tank's like, it drains this tank in about 10 minutes, not even. And then my barrels are preheated, pre-treated, ready to go. And I'll just send the water in, plug all the filters back, and we're done. The pair in the other tank hasn't laid eggs yet. Of course, I only put them in last night. They're not dancing or anything either, but the female is constantly looking at the cone. And she's right up to it right now. I wish I could show you. You might be able to see it if I do the transparent thing here. Oops, I just switched cameras. Let me. I hate that. Okay, so of course now that I'm here, she's not pointing at the cone anymore. I don't know if you can see that. Anyhow. I might have got disconnected there. Let me see if the volume's still with us. Hello, hello, hello. I think we lost sound. I got disconnected there. Let me see if the volume's still. Okay, we're back. We're back. We're back. I just won't touch anything and let it go. Good morning, Paul. Good to see you. Thanks for coming. Soon you're going to see the water level drop like on the screen and just keep going down. What I've got is a camera attached right to the glass on the side of the tank. This is a wireless security camera that I'm using to do this. Just a cheap old wireless security camera. And then I bought one of those window mounts. You can stick them to your window and watch your house outside. And I just stuck it to the tank. And boom, that's what it gives us. It's not the best picture in the world, but it's pretty good. Cheap, like $20 camera. And it's wireless. You don't have to run USB cords around the house. It's quite convenient. keep an eye on those catfish, you'll notice they clean my discus, which is just an excellent addition to a discus tank. They're called pygmy cuckoo catfish. There's non-pygmy versions that get twice the size. You don't want those. You want the little ones. But yeah, they will clean dead skin off your discus. They will clean, if they see a parasite on your discus, they'll go nibble it off. So it's kind of a layer of protection. Yeah, this water looks great and it's 5 days old. You wouldn't know it. You'd probably think I did a water change yesterday. But that's because the way I'm handling filtration is amazing. And that's why I can have an overstocked discus tank that lasts 5 days and my babies still grow like bad weeds. Like, my growth rates are phenomenal. It shouldn't work out as well as it is. If like what I'm doing, people would probably shake their heads and say, how is he being successful? This shouldn't work. And the answer? Sterilize your water column. That's why they're doing daily water changes. It's just another way of sterilizing your water column. But if you blast it with constant 24/7 super strong UV, then you can change it like the rest of your cichlid tanks once a week. And I post videos every day to prove that to you all. I don't just talk out my ass and pretend that you can put a discus in a swamp tank and then never show you the long-term results like some people. I show you my fish every single day so you can see their behavior is consistent, their colors are consistent, their water is consistent. Absolute stability. You can see now the water levels dropping to the top of the camera. I like this part, it's cool. And then when it fills back up, you see it go back up the same way. I think that's really neat. But yeah, they were due. And we're getting them done. It really doesn't take long. Empty water, fill the water, drop a couple of little bit of primes in. I don't have to do anything for 5 days. I'm overstocked 2 to 1 for this tank on just discus alone. And then I've got a couple severums, I got an eel, I got a bunch of small tetras, I got the catfish, I've got coolie loach, and there's probably something I'm not thinking about, but there's a lot of fish in that tank. See how fast that water drops? Just give you an idea how quick this pump's getting rid of the water for us. We're pretty much done drain. I could stop right now, but I like bringing it right the hell down till their fins are sticking out of the water like little sharks. I have one in the sump that's powerful, and if you check through my videos, if you want a good look at that, look for a video called Going Nuclear. That's when I found the cheapest, best UV out there, because I can't afford the $1,000 units, okay? This bulb costs $20. $20, I've been running it for 4 months, and it's still going strong, keeping my water sterilized. And that's the problem with discus, is everything that kills them and stuns them and does everything wrong to them is pathogens in the water column that you can't see. So you got to kill them, and you got to be killing them 24/7. You can't be running the UV like 4 hours a day because your $300 bulb's too expensive to replace. So you run UV 4 hours a day. That doesn't help anything because bacteria will multiply within minutes. So you're still going to have a tank full of bacteria that way. You got to run it 24/7, so everything's definitely and constantly dead at all times. The water is absolutely pure, and that's how you do it. So now we're going to stop the drain. But it's a $20 bulb. Do check that out. My video called Going Nuclear. You'll see, I show you what I use. I believe there's even a link to it. And yes, I put it in my sump. Now, if you didn't have a sump, you could DIY a shield for it because your fish can't see UV or they'll die. So you just take a piece of PVC pipe. This bulb is the exact dimensions of an aquarium heater. Okay, so you slide it into the PVC pipe, get a couple of caps, you make a notch for the cord so the cap doesn't crush the cord in the PVC. And on one end cap, you drill a bunch of holes on an angle so the water gets in and the light doesn't get out. Then on the other end, you drill a big hole and you stuff in one of those wave maker doohickeys, or the power heads that you see on top of sponge filters and stuff like that. You get just the power heads alone for like $10. So you make a hole big enough to fit the power head in, silicone it into place, leave the caps loose so you can remove them when you need to change the bulb, and then just get some tie wraps and a couple of suction cups, stick it up in your tank up high near the back, and just let it run. I swear to God, $20 change your whole life. Yeah, it's worth trying. It's worth checking out. Go through my videos from that point of going nuclear forward and just watch how my tank health improved from that one $20 bulb. It's absolutely amazing. You don't have to spend $1,000 anymore. I love it. Okay, I gotta drain this hose out and start to fill. I'm now inserting the pump into my first barrel. I have two 60-gallon barrels sitting beside the tank here. They're pre-treated and they're preheated. I always do a little hand check on the temperature to make sure my... yeah, we're good. We're good. Make sure my heaters didn't die. And I unplug the heater in the barrel. We plug in the old pump. Water's entering the tank, and although I prime the barrels, I prime it again when I do this, just in case. It could be, I could have forgot to prime the barrels, and because I'm old, I forget things. So I never cheap on the prime. You always make sure it's there. That's just a double dose of prime, triple dose of prime doesn't hurt nothing. Prime also only stays in the water for 2 days, and I barrel treat my water for 3 or 4 days. Like, I'm going to drain them right now. I won't fill them up till tomorrow, so the water's a little fresher by the time I do my next water change. It's also good to use extra prime in the spring, because most cities in the spring have to dose their water. Hi Craig, how you doing? Hey buddy, I'm doing that episode on you like in the next couple days, just so you know. I haven't forgotten. Yeah, I mean, you know, I would take money if people wanted to give it to me, but I stopped trying. I, uh, I started contacting all the, you know, Higer and all those guys and uh, that send out free products. You know, I could use free filters and free air pumps and heaters and such, but I'm Canadian, so I don't qualify for any of that. So yeah, there's no handouts for me in this. I'm just trying to help people keep their fish alive in this crazy swamp tank world that tells you you can put discus in a swamp tank. Nothing more cruel than teaching someone how to put a $200 fish into a death trap. And it's cruel for the fish, but it's also cruel for the human being who fell for it. Craig's Catfish Cave, Clearwater Kudos. Craig runs a clean ship. He really does. And he's religious about his maintenance, and he's a good old-fashioned fish keeper. Do check out his channel, Craig's Catfish Cave, because the man knows his stuff. And he's got a collection, let me tell you. You want to learn how to do maintenance? Watch Craig's channel. He records all his maintenance, and you can see how it's done right. Greg, you should try the discus again, though. The only problem you had was you needed some UV, strong UV. That's it. I think you can do it because you've got all the skills. It's just that one thing. It's that fighting that column and keeping it sterile. That's the only trick to these fish. That's it. It's easy after you do that. It's once you take that consideration into mind and you act on it, these fish are easy. Yeah, it's doing good. That $20 UV light saved my life. Yeah. Don't give up, bud. We all fail. I've lost nearly as many fish as I have over the course of the last 2 years. Mind you, they were babies, and babies die easy, so you can't beat yourself up for it. It's just part of the learning curve. But you know, I went through the learning curve too, and that's why I'm like desperate to share it with everyone, because I figured it out. I really truly have. And everyone could enjoy these beautiful fish with ease. They just have to watch my channel and watch. You go back to the beginning, you're going to see me fail. You're going to see me fail for months and months and months, just like everyone else does. I'm not Superman. I just sharing my shit, and I got there. And a lot of people don't get there. Yeah, there it is. Your old filter had the UV, and it worked that time, I'm betting. And I'll tell you, these $20 bulbs I got, stronger than any of the $1,000 units out there. I've watched a guy try them both, and nothing got better for him. After he switched from the 20 and went up to, I think it was a $700 unit with like $300 bulbs in them. It's no better than the $20 guy I got going here. So if you DIY yourself a sleeve, or you put it in a sump where it's not, so just make sure your fish can't see it, no direct line of sight, and you're gonna have the cleanest water you've ever seen. Be clean. cleanest water you ever seen. And I got one of these bulbs, just one, the same bulb I'm running on my 90 gallon. I got the same bulb downstairs, running on 450 gallons of water. And that tank looks just like it's handled. That $20 bulb is completely handling 450 gallons worth of water. That's how strong it is. I got a sponge kind of near it in my sump here. The light intensity, like the UV intensity, has broken down the molecules in the sponge. It's eating holes through the sponge. That's how strong it is. So it's hard to believe that a $20 bulb could do all this for you. But it's true. It's true. It's so cheap, you gotta try it. Even pick a tank at home that you got that might be a little cloudier than you want it to be, and just test it in there. $20, one of your big tanks. 3 or 4 days, you're going to be amazed at what that water looks like. Good morning, Kevin. Glad to see you. Always good to see you back. Oh, you know what, Craig? I forgot to blue you, buddy. I'm going to blue your moderator status here. Try and do that for all the fish tubers. There you go, all set up. Probably about ready to switch barrels here in a second. Yeah, I'm ready now. Let's get it out. You hear it sucking air as I move it. And we'll see some bubbles come out the line. There we go. Water's back. There's the air coming out. Look at the fish. They're already coloring up. They're so happy. Already coloring up. I can kick in one of my filters already because it's below water. We'll do that right now. One of my internal. Always good to circulate it as soon as you can. Mix that prime up. It's already clear as a bell, and like normally after water change I would have to wait a while for things to settle, but it looks perfect right when I'm done. This tank is so dialed in now. I love it. Can't get enough of it. Yeah. I love the maintenance. I do. It's a big, fun part of the hobby. I like the feeling I get when I finish it, and I know that everybody looks freaking fantastic. Best hobby in the world, keeping fish, in my opinion. Best hobby in the world. I loved it when I was a kid, and I love it. I'm no less enthusiastic about it now. Yeah, it does, huh? Swimming in air. Wait till you see them tomorrow morning, but it's just sick. This camera is not even that good. It's not really doing it justice because it's just an IP security camera over Wi-Fi, so it's actually a pretty shitty image, but it's getting the job done. Yeah, I don't know. Maintenance, it calms me down. It makes, I honestly think we as human beings, we have a farming gene, okay? I think we have a gene in us that we don't use anymore, an instinctive behavior for us, and none of us in these cities, we don't farm anything anymore. So when we keep fish, we're exercising that farming gene, and it gives us a sense of satisfaction. That's why fish keeping is one of the best mental health things you can do for yourself. People don't realize why it does wonders for them. I believe that's why it's doing wonders for us. Some of us are just evolved. A lot of us are just evolved from farmers and people who had to tend animals. Animal husbandry, fish husbandry. It's the same thing. We're exercising that gene. And I believe that's why so satisfying. I don't know, what's your opinion? What do you think makes it so enjoyable? Because it seems to work on us all. And that's when I put thought to it. I believe that's why we, so many of us, tune right into this activity. Like, it's done so much for me. Like, I've got physical problems, the sort of stuff that will make you worry your ass off. I don't even think about it anymore since I started doing this. I just think about the fish, and I don't think about myself. And what comes, comes. I don't care. I'm just enjoying my fish. It's the best thing in the world. Spider-Man discus. Oh, those like the red square ones? Yeah. I've been looking for one. But very hard to find. Yeah, exactly, right? Just relaxes you. No television will do that to you when you sit down in front of your tank after a hard day and you just watch your fish, give them a little food, watching them interact with each other, their little social behaviors, and it just takes it all away. The whole frickin' crappy day melts away. Yeah, that's me too. I had to wait. I've been wanting to own these fish since I was a child. When I was a child, they said, no, you can't have them, Sean. They're going to die on you. They didn't want to put me through it. I think I was 8 or 9 years old at the time. And I probably could have done it, to be honest. I did, when I was a kid, I was very, very good at this kind of shit. But they wouldn't let me because it was expensive. And they were sure that I couldn't do it because, well, they couldn't do it. So, of course, little 9-year-old me wasn't going to be able to do it. But I bet you I would have done it. I bet you I would have done it if they let me. Yeah. The white dude's doing good. There's a couple Severums in there that are white. They're also growing like mad. I had a couple of white Severums mixed in there because I had them downstairs. They weren't growing that good. So I'm like, fuck that. I'm going to put them in the Discus tank. And boom, they're taking off. But my smallest white Discus, yeah, he gained his inch since he's been here, or close to it. He was in trouble when he arrived, so I lost a little time on him. He might end up slightly stunted in the end, because when I bought him, he was sick. But I fixed him, and he's doing good. Oh yeah. Every one of my new fish that I bought since I went nuclear with that new light, the going nuclear video, I started buying new fish after that. They all grew stupid fast in just a few months. I got a female right now getting ready to lay eggs with a male that is not even a year old. It's probably like 9 months old, and it's as big as all my other fish since I put that light in. Like that UV thing solved all my problems. I don't even use meds anymore. I was using meds every 2-3 weeks for like a year plus. I probably spent $1,000 on meds. And I was solving my problems with meds, desperately trying to keep my fish alive. Last summer, this time in the spring, I thought I was going to lose everything. I thought I was going to completely fail. And thank God I figured it out. Oh, my tank's almost full. Just going to wait to hear that overflow go. And then I'm kicking off the sump. I better unplug the heater too. Okay, let's get the sump out of here. Sump's out of play. Pull this so we don't get back siphoned. Perfect. Clip that in the barrel so I don't have a leak. Now I gotta plug everything back in. We're gonna start with the sump. It's operating. Oh, I have to tap that filter. Let's unplug it and try it again. There she goes. And hang on back. Sometimes they don't want to start either. You gotta give them a tap. It's because I didn't clean them this time. Try this, hang on back. That one kicked in. So where's my thing? Here we go. I'll just go in there and give them a tap tap. And it started. Once they start, they never stop. And that, my friends, is a Discus torque water change. Easy peasy. I'm good for 5 days. And that's it. Next time I'll do gravel vacuum and wash all my filters. Yeah, I have 2 of them. You can see one right there. And he's grown a lot since I put him in. He's only been in the tank a couple of weeks. And he's just rocket ship mode, so. My best tank in the house right now is this 90 gallon. But the 450 gallon system is not much worse, it's just I gotta keep it colder. Some particles came out of the sump tube there, but that'll all get mopped up soon. That'll all get mopped up soon. Thanks for joining me, guys. We're basically done. It's just a quick water change video. How long did that take us even? 41 minutes. And I dragged my ass. So, really not that bad. Thanks again for watching. I'm going to end the stream for now. And we'll catch you next time, guys. Much appreciated.